Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of your weekly dose of Terraform. It is first episode in 2024. I've had pretty long break uh, after reInvent. I had a few other things to do, and now I'm back. And as you will probably see me doing some live coding during this live stream, I have forgotten quite a few things, so it may be not the most interesting episode, but I'm also human. I also sometimes take vacations. So without further ado, let's jump into browser and let me introduce myself for those who don't know what I'm doing and what I'm living off. My name is Anton, and for many years I've been having a lot of fun with Terraform, and I'm also an AWS community hero. And during these live streams, I usually like to do something fun with Terraform. Like today, it will be some uh, Terraform AWS module fixes. So if you have any questions about Terraform AWS modules, let's talk about them and we'll see how it goes. Also, I'm living off sponsorships support. As you can imagine, I'm spending lots of my time with Terraform, and I have two options how to earn money. One is to do consultancy. That's why I have company which is called BetaJob, and betajob.com. If you're interested, please go there and see what exactly I'm doing, and and reach out to me. But for the purpose of this live stream, I want to emphasize that I'm doing a few things in the open source, and that's why there are quite a few sponsors who are supporting from $10 a month and more. Uh, so that if you like what I'm doing, please don't hesitate to click here and join as sponsor, because that's exactly how I survive. That's pretty much it. Um, yeah. So this week, I also want to say that weekly.tf, which is Terraform Newsletter, which I publish every Wednesday, and this week I have AutoCloud as a sponsor. So if you are interested, please go to weekly.tf, leave your email, sign up, and read articles which I find online and which I publish every Wednesday. But also, if your company wants to be featured and if you want to reach out more than 6,000 Terraform fans like yourself, because you're watching this, uh, reach out to me and I will explain how it works. So autocloud.io is website, and if you go there, you will see what exactly they do. In a nutshell, they are focusing on Terraform, and they provide pretty decent solutions when it comes to reusable Terraform modules and different reference architecture patterns and so on. So please go to autocloud.io and read about them. Also, I cannot miss this fact that OpenTofu was finally released, and well, I don't want to say how excited am I or if I am excited at all. I'm just really tired of lie. Really, when I see misinformation, I just cannot handle it. And this is one of example which I want to say. Uh, Spacelift made this video 1 day ago. They published it as well as all other OpenTofu supporters. And when I watch it, and on 38 seconds, I don't know if you guys will be able to hear it, but here is the thing. If you listen it,
Terraform going forward will not be open source, and this raises many concerns.
Terraform will not be open source. And that's why, according to this video and to producers, say that you should be using OpenTofu. It is a lie. Terraform is not
products,
going to
including
be
Terraform, to a
closed
business
source.
source license or BSL. So Terraform going forward will not be open source. And this
Terraform will not be open source. What? Guys, please stop mm, uh, stop using and providing false information about this. Really, it's not the way how things should be done. And I'm really um, surprised. No, well, not surprised, but I'm just tired of spending energy telling everybody that no, it's not going to be closed sourced or you are not going to be affected. Yeah, that's end of this. I'm not a supporter of this kind of messages when it comes to like, hey, stop using Terraform because it's not open source. Read license if you want. Anyway, I'm not gonna to say anything about it now. Okay, yeah, can you say hi if you are listening this or if you have any questions? Can you drop a message in chat and say where I'm from or who you are? Because currently there is only one spammer. That's not good. I know that this is spammer because, yeah, because, well, it is spam. Okay, Umka, we keep using Terraform, no problem. Exactly. And yeah, uh, I'm sometimes surprised when people say like, oh, have you already moved to OpenTofu? Well, did I have chance? No, I'm not going to migrate to OpenTofu, at least for the reasons people people say now. Hello from Almaty. Oh my God, Almaty is, yeah, is pretty far. I'm gonna to be in Uzbekistan in May. Uzbekistan is Tashkent, right? So it's pretty close. Hello from Krakow. Hello, Martin. Yeah, great. Hello, Dimitar. Yeah, so I guess during these live streams, I'm not gonna to spend a lot of time focusing about OpenTofu versus Terraform because currently OpenTofu honestly does not exist. I mean, of course, they released something, they spent 5 months doing it. I still don't see a reason for us to talk about it. I really, really want to say big thanks to Melissa. For various reasons, I was not able to find time to add her to the team of Terraform AWS modules supporters. She has been doing quite a lot of different contributions in different serverless modules in RDS, in CloudWatch, and few other places. So now I really remember to say big thanks to her, and I added her to supporters, and I'm looking forward to see more contributions from her. Uh, OpenTofu as just another option. Well, I'm not going to comment on that one. So once more, thank you, Melissa, and yeah. Let's see. There will be some, as you can see in the tabs which I have open, I have lined up quite a lot of different issues and pull requests which I'd like to review. Of course, I'm not going to cover all of them. There are a lot of them, a lot of different issues being added constantly. So it's very hard for me and for Brian to review them and to work on them. So we always need help of people who are able uh, to open pull requests, to review it, to close issues, and so on. That's exactly what we need, and that's exactly what Melissa was doing for quite some time. Okay, so let's look into things like from left to right. Some of them we will skip. Some of them I will just maybe fix now, maybe merge. So we'll see. Example, package fails on Windows 10. Right, it was in 2010 when I figured out that there are people who are using Windows. That's why I say that, oh my God, I didn't know that it works. I mean, that it doesn't work on Windows 10 because none of us were able to use Windows. And just recently, somebody said, okay, there is still this issue because get UUID is not a thing in Windows apparently. And then more problems, and same here, unfortunately. So when I see something like this and people say, oh, same here, guys, did you read the story like 2-3 comments above where I say PR fixing this is very much welcome? Apparently not. So that's why I will quote this one and still waiting for the PR. Yeah, exactly. Windows has subsystem for Linux. I am absolutely not big like expert in how Windows work on or what is Windows subsystem for Linux and what peculiarities it brings. So I'll just say that it's still yeah, they had to use VSL. I know, and that's what all other people were using, but apparently these people yeah, don't use it. Maybe, I don't know. Really very hard for me to understand what's going on here from Windows point of view. But I can say that you should be using VSL. Mm, yeah, that's enough. Okay, let's move on. Create Elastic IP association for EC2. Ooh. Right, so what's going on here? Create public Elastic IP binding for EC2 instances. So apparently, when we launch EC2 instance, we may want to have Elastic IP address attached to it. Pretty common case, I think. I also see benefit in having this one. So let's take a look into implementation and certainly assign it to Brian because Brian is more aware about how these compute things work. I mean, compute module. So, okay, here is introduction of create Elastic IP. I don't know if you guys can see it well. I can increase font like this. To create Elastic IP public, what it means public here. I mean, Elastic IP is public anyway, right? Public EAP. Okay, here is it, Elastic IP. We are creating if it's not spot instance. Okay, we are creating it to attach to this instance. If we don't have it, let's look into documentation. I'm not sure if instance is required. I guess it is required. See, of course, search is very funny. Elastic IP. So instance. Instance is not required. Okay, so instance is not required apparently, but bunch of other things may be required. So let's see if we use this. What is this null? This null is not needed here because we will always create one of two instances, right? So we don't need this null here. Also, what is this public? Probably this, because, well, why call it public? can it be of other type? Maybe it can. I mean, maybe my my understanding of how this is working is pretty outdated. Tags depends is not needed. Well, because it's already specified here. There is no need in depends on. It is already have an instance. Mhm. Okay, what else? Mm. Okay, what else can be? Yeah, the rest is fine. Other things which can be customized for user. Well, certainly I would like to have availability of bringing my own Elastic IP here instead of making it right away by this module. So to do this, maybe we can make this Elastic IP as one thing, and then we can use Elastic IP association resource, right? Like this one. And then we will at least have ways to, yeah, then we'll have way to bring our existing Elastic IP. Cool. Let's see. So it's somewhere here. Let's add a way to create Elastic IP. Bring your own Elastic IP and use what was the name of this resource? Association. Tick, tick. AWS EIP association, something like this. Let's add a way to create Elastic IP, bring your own Elastic IP, and use to manage the relations. Yeah, not much to do here. Let's see. Looks good to me. No, it doesn't look good to me. It almost looks good to me. Almost great, but a few comments to make it more, how to say, more flexible. Brian, what do you think? And request changes. Okay, so we are 10 minutes into stream and I have just finished this one. Oh, that's pretty cool. When somebody opens pull request and then he likes his own stuff. Is it he? Ah, no, it's another guy. It does look very similar. No, it's the same guy. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty cool. When you open pull request and then you like it and then you approve it. That's exactly kind of cooperation I like. Okay, let's move on. Let's run this one just for fun. Okay, another one, elastic file system policy generated when deny non-secure transport is true, is incomplete, outdated. Okay, so elastic file system can generate policy to deny non-secure transport. Okay, so when enabling via web console, we see the generated policy like this. So what we do here, we allow access. What? So we allow access to this root access write and mount via mount target. Okay, does it? I mean, is it related even to deny non-secure transport? I don't know. Sometimes when you create policies in console, they are a little bit wider than they should be. So maybe that's the case. Maybe that's not. Actually, yeah, it's a bit strange because it's allow. So yeah, I don't think it's related. So this guy is better. So here we have deny everyone where secure transport is false. That's exactly what I would expect. This policy allowed my ECS containers to properly mount the volume. Well, mount volume is not really deny non-secure transport as far as I understand. I mean, it's a different thing. When deny non-secure transport is true, this module generates incomplete policy, which says uh, well, pretty similar, I would say. The only difference is that this one is only for one file system, which is created by the module. Yeah, looks good. This policy is insufficient for ECS containers to mount the volume when transit encryption is enabled. Yeah, I don't know. It looks very similar. Okay, seems like this issue has not been reported before without response. Let's see, where is this? Policy default. You have to create EFS with module, deny non-secure transport. No, yes, I did it. Okay, good to know. And again, if there is no code, I don't know what to say. So that's why it was closed. No code is very hard to help efficiently. Okay, so how can we resolve this one? Transit encryption. Let's take a look into what is transit encryption, and if we have this flag somewhere here. Transit encryption. What is this transit encryption? Transit. That's it. Transit encryption is probably what is it? The policy is insufficient for ECS containers. So is it part of ECS or what? ECS. Transit encryption. I don't know what is transit encryption. Let's search here. Transit encryption. Okay, here is it. So transit encryption is property of of ECS service. Mm, and yeah, and I don't know what to do here. Really, it's not really. This part is related to non-secure transport, while this part is a separate policy to my mind. So I will say, I think that the policy produced is correct since it denies non-secure transport on um, the policy difference is related to the transit encryption. Policy difference is related to transcription, and thus we need to have a separate control to generate it in this module. The policy difference is related to, and we need to have a separate control to generate it in this module. If users want to use it with ECS, use NFS with ECS. Okay, and another thing which I also like to do is just go in and searching inside of documentation. If I search for this AWS EFS policy, something like this, blocking public access. So there are usually lots of different examples which I can just read, and the meaning of public. So this is it. So this means if we want to block it from public, then we use this access via mount target. Let's look into non-secure. What was it? No control and file system access. Okay, let's look for this one, secure transport, and tick. One of my favorite parts is this AWS prescriptive guidance. So here we have to search for use secure transport condition policy to enforce TLS for NFS clients. So do we have this here? Oh, Espanol. Why Spanish? But okay, switch to. But it is NFS. Yeah, but I'm trying to find. I'm just trying to find policy in the documentation and say that do we need to use that one or not? If it says encryption data in transit, secure transport, true for all these actions, right? Ah, yeah, right. There is such nice UI actually, where if I click here, maybe I can do it. Well, I don't have VFS created yet, but this is, I remember, very easy way to understand how things has to be created. So I can click on this policy action and select that enforce in-transit encryption for all clients, and then remove all other things. And then it will keep just this bottom section for me. So that's, yeah, this denied statement. Now that's pretty cool. So I don't think it is actually needed to be changed, but I just want to find proper, how to say, pointer for people to say like, hey, this is how it's written in documentation. Because obviously I don't have file system. I don't want to create it. Maybe it's not so hard, but oh, name, customize. Maybe I can do it here. Let's say this. No need to do backups. Nothing like this. Enable encryption of data at rest. No, I don't need it. This one, I guess you try to put link in, and YouTube is just removing these links. So I don't see what kind of stuff you are referring to. So okay, if I here next, for some reason it pick up Stockholm for me. Okay, yeah. Well, I don't think I have Stockholm even enabled. So, but all I want is just, yeah, this is a page exactly. So this is view where I like to see. If I click enforce, right? Okay, so that's correct. Enforce in transit encryption for all clients, and that's how this should be written. So then, yeah, it's good. Right. Well, this is wrong. If I select that I want to prevent everything, it's generating invalid policy document because action is missing. Google for AWS white paper encryption of data in transit. Yeah, that's, I guess, well, where was it? Encryption data in transit. That's it. Yeah, so anyway, the point is that this is correct statement, the correct page, and I can just point to this page and say that it happens quite often to me when I start replying and then I realize like, oh no, actually I was wrong, and then I delete this message. So here is exactly, I think you are right. I This is a policy from the white paper. Yeah, exactly. This page, this doc explains it. So what we need to do here, we need to have this policy created. Yeah, exactly. Okay, tick tick. Delete, delete. Okay, so this is it. I need to add this guy to this to this module, and should be fine. Okay. All right, so let's do some coding. Oh my God, it's already a half hour and I didn't write any line of code. So let's see, it's issue number 20 and there is no pull request open. As far as I can see, there was some complaint, some issues, but let's see, maybe somebody wrote allow users to opt out. Is this? Ah, this was already merged, so it's not needed. Yeah, we don't need to look into this one. But okay, let's go to, let's make a pull request and introduce this new change. Okie dokie, let's go to this one. It was issue number 20, and it was EFS module. Can you see font well, or should I make it bigger? Okay, so somewhere here, policy documents. So we are making secure transport, this one, right? So deny non-secure transport is used only here. Good. So then we need to extend this one. So here we are making a bunch of dynamic statements. We don't need it. But if users say that they want to deny non-secure transport, then we are going to add this one, and we're going to add one more. Yeah, we're going to add just one more. It will be non-secure transport, but it should be unique. How unique it can be? According to documentation, it's unknown. Actions should be this, and it should be allow, and Boolean condition should be this. I'm copying from documentation, so that yeah. Well, seed, how to call it? Non-secure transport accessed via mount target. Accessed via mount target. Yeah, pretty cool. I like my creativity today. Okay, that's it. The rest we don't have to touch. Examples. Should I do any changes here? Non-secure. Oh, what was the name? Non-secure transport is it's already true by default. Okay. Determines whether non-secure transport is required when connecting to Elastic file system. Yeah. Cool. Let's go to examples just for fun and run t init. T. Oh my god. Some of my aliases doesn't work anymore, which is a problem. I will fix it later. But right now, I just want to run Terraform plan and push this. Yeah. Okay, so Terraform plan. Well, we're going to create a bunch of things. Let's make it actually. I just want to see that the policy is going to be created as it should. Yeah, well, I think it will be just fine, but still, sometimes it's a good idea to run it. Yeah, we don't create not gateway, so it should be quick. Okay. See. Right. Yeah, it will probably take some time to create this this EFS. No, it's also provision, so it will probably take more time than usual. Mm. Mm. Okay. Yeah, actually, I could have suggested to edit using policy statements instead. Yeah, but it should be part of the solution, so that's it. Okay, cancel. Let's take a look into, while it's doing its magic, we can take a look into console and see. Let's say maybe here, maybe where is this policy? File system policy. Ta-da! Amazing. I think it's amazing. How amazing is that? Well, I'm not sure that this is right, because I'm not sure about this resource. So resources, let's take a look here. The condition, here is it. So there shouldn't be any resource according to it. Right? There is no resource in this. But why? Why there is no resource here? Is it because it's already scoped to single file system? But it shouldn't be wrong if we specify file system here as well, right? I guess it's no big problem. Okay, and by the way, it has just finished execution, so it's working as it should. I don't know how to verify it if it's really working, but at least we have created it. Good. So now let's Terraform destroy. I'm just running it. Yeah. I don't know how long it will take, but that's pretty much it. So this is one issue, one update. So now I will just have to open pull request, and it will probably, yeah, and that's it. There is nothing else to do. Okay, VPC is gone. EFS replication configuration. Okay, right, let's go back to this guy, and I will continue working on issues, and I will open pull request later. So I think that's it. Okay, let's look into this one. This one is pretty cool. During reInvent, AWS released a way to keep logs in more data organized fashion, which means that it resembles the way how Glue and Parquet work natively, so that we'll have to change some configuration, and then it will be it. Yeah. Okay, let's look into this server log feature, how it's implemented. So normally it was like this. This is the original log format. Yeah, and then date-based partitioning is pretty much like this. How are logs delivered? Best effort service log delivery. Right, okay, so let's look into this pull request by Anton, and let's see what we can do. I see that he has changed example, and he has changed code, but he didn't touch 527 when this feature was released. 527, right? So now if I look into which version are we expecting, output, no, version, oh, here is it, versions. So we are expecting 4.9. So which means 527 is definitely going to be a breaking change. First of all, and we need to change yeah, and we need to change versions TF. So otherwise it looks probably good. I don't know, maybe, yeah, maybe not so good, because it has to show what is partition date source and what is simple prefix. I mean, I don't know what is it, what kind of parameters can be there. Apparently no parameters, but still, yeah, according to this, no parameters. Yeah, let's suggest him to please update versions TF to require 527 plus version of provider or new. to require the version. Yeah, this is it. For now, that's it. There is no need to do anything else yet, right? Yeah. Um, I also want to see inside of this one, if we look into S3 bucket, and here, what? Ah, it's probably login, right? Right, it's login. Mm, mm. Have you ever done coding for a game? Probably yes, but it was a long time ago, and it was without Terraform. And yeah, it was well. Of course, I did some programming in Pascal and Delphi and C, C++, Fox Pro, and Java and Python, Ruby, and PHP and other languages. And in most of these languages, I did some sort of game. It can be text game or it can be network game, but yeah. Okay, so here we are, the target object key format. This. And if it is use the simple format for a three key log object. No, okay, so by default it should be this one, simple prefix. Is this something what Anton took into account? Uh, so okay, so what he did is that if target object key format is not specified at all, then there will be no block like this, which is probably fine, but maybe in some conditions you need to have symbol prefix just to avoid this mm, just to be backward compatible. Yeah, but in general, that's it. It looks good. Nothing to complain. And I left pull request review. Can run it. Let's also look into other open things just to understand if there are other add China regions. Ooh, that's nice. I have no clue how to check it, but let's look. So what Ben tells us, documentation here describes regions excluding China. China regions are included here. Simply add China regions to existing list. I like this pull request if it's only this one. Oh, China log bucket failure. Why? Mm. Why do we need to have an even example? That's all what we need. Yeah, I guess that's it. Only add these two guys here, and that's it. No need to have separate example just for that. Let's take a look into documentation here and see if we have China. Where is China? China, yes, this is it. So these two things. Yeah, I remember there was a list of these accounts, and some people asked me like, "Hey, why did you hard code it?" Because AWS is not going to change it in the future. Let's also verify that they copied correctly. Yeah, looks good. Okay, so then the solution for this one, let's take a look into this. It's pull request 264. tick, no, tick, right. Okay, and we are gonna to have S3 bucket. Check out no, 264, right? And all we need to do in this case is just to remove some complaints here. I don't know what this. But anyway, in example, we don't need this China log bucket failure. Just remove it. Pre-commit, we can also do to auto-update it, because there were quite a lot of changes recently. Removed China example. Okay. Git push. You are pushing, which is not upstream. Okay, yeah, I guess my setup is a little bit broken. I will fix it later. But anyway, the point is that we just remove this example, and here we are. Okay, so this is pretty cool to have at least something done. I like it. Okay, what is this? Lambda also has some login. Well, isn't it a lot of login for today? Let's skip this one. Let's look into other one. Oh my God, this is too complicated. This is too complicated. All right, this one. At the beginning of the stream, I told that Melissa is doing a great job with bunch of modules. And what I like in the ways how people like her are cooperating is that I don't have to explain like constantly the same things. Not me, not Brian. We just look at this and see like, okay, makes sense or not, without too much bureaucracy and convincing one another what's going on. So here is it. Let's look. I think it's going to be merged, but I just need to understand what exactly she was trying to do here. So in several examples, API gateway event source and blah, 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 where boss name is known after reply generated randomly, in this case, there is an invalid count argument. The count value depends on resource attributes that cannot be determined until applied. And that's why she wants to remove boss name comparison. Boss name defaults to default, and I'm not seeing a use case where boss name would be set to an empty string. I guess we had this discussion some time ago. Let's see. So if I look into how was it? History, no, blame. I want to blame line 59. Okay. 2 years ago. Okay, so we had this thing for 2 years. Interesting. And 2 years ago, didn't we have data source? All right, 2 years ago, we didn't have data source. Okay, so 2 years ago, we introduced this this data source, right? Where is this? Ah, no, that's line 59. Yeah, okay, here. Let's take a look into this comment and see. So it was main. Right, so it was immediately introduced in this way. Yeah, then that's it. So it was not necessary back then. Why this was not necessary back then? Let's take a look. Maybe I left some comment around it. No, I was so quiet, I didn't say anything. And why I was so quiet? Ah, right. Yeah, I understand what is it. So if we say that we want to create a class, uh, we no, okay. I don't understand. Bus name was always default, right? So, and if we say that bus name is empty, then yeah, this comparison is strange. This comparison here with bus name is just strange. It's not needed. Okay. Yeah, then it looks good. And approve and approve. Okay, that's it. I guess it was enough. We don't need to have this. And yeah, that's it. Okay. Yeah, so that's it for now. I don't want to spend more time. I still have to finish this EFS pull request and S3 bucket pull request. They're working, but yeah, but for now, that's it. Well, I don't know about you guys and girls. I'm quite happy with today's stream because I actually managed to accomplish something, and it was yeah, it was good. Okay, thanks everyone for attending. Thank you, Umka, for being so active this stream. And next week I will also have probably similar type of stream because there are, oh my god, there are so many questions and problems and issues people opening all the time. So it's really important to kind of to answer them before GitHub decide to close them. So thank you very much. Where is this end button? Oh yeah, here is it. Bye.